Hello, it's Kit Allowitz. Welcome to another segment of the Leadership Journey. Today we'll be talking about phases, and in a moment I'd like to introduce Nicole Oddie, and she's going to be talking about her own experience using phases and what it's done for her. Now, I've been particularly fascinated with Nicole. She's newer to the organization, but she jumped right in. She initially, right off the bat, saw the value of the phases and what it can do for you individually, as an individual contributor, as a manager, as a leader, and for the possibilities it could create for our organization if we think in terms of contribution and not just performance, and think of our ongoing movement towards getting wiser, faster, better. So I'd like to introduce Nicole Oddie, again talking about the phases and what it's done for her and her journey here at Endress & Hauser. Take it away.
Hi guys, Nicole Oddie here. For those of you that I don't know, I am the Director of Workforce Development for E&H USA, and I am going to take you a little bit on my journey of leadership with the phases. So I first learned about the phases at the October Summit and was initially very intrigued, as I thought they applied very closely. In my former role, I could have used several more phase threes in my organization and can see how important that would be to take an organization to the next level. So I decided, for that assignment from the October Summit, I decided to read the Phase 3 Fulcrum book, and through that I was already self-analyzing. Where am I at? Where do I fall? I'm new to the organization, so I'm a 1, but I could see very quickly I would probably phase into a 2, and then how or should I get to a Phase 3 at some point. Meeting with my supervisor, we talked through what does it take to get from a 2 to a 3, and we talked about my strengths, opportunities for improvement. I took some notes, and I shared those notes with my supervisor. But essentially what I did is I took what was on the linear phases document that talked about getting from a phase 2 to a phase 3, and I felt like I met a lot of those indicators in terms of going from a phase 2 to a phase 3. And so in looking at a phase 3, I took all of the different indicators that were there. There were about 13 of those in that document, and tried to highlight, take notes on areas that I thought could be improved on, maybe areas that I thought were strong, and I shared that with my supervisor, and then gave my supervisor some time to reflect on those. And then recently we just had a virtual meeting, and we were able to dive deeper into those strengths and opportunities for improvement. Pretty seamless process in my opinion, and felt like it made a lot of sense to help move the organization further. And then from that meeting, define some concrete action steps that I can take to help move me to that next level. So 1, I need to continue to grow my broad business perspective as I'm transitioning from education to business. I need to continue to engage, support, and encourage our reps, our sales, and our customer channels. And I need to continue to build interdependent relationships within departments in the sales center, but also with our APCs here on site. And then ultimately making sure that the work I'm doing is defining results and seeking some positive outcomes. So what are those data points to do those things? Between my supervisor and I, we feel like that I'm probably around a 2.7, but definitely know that it's going to ebb and flow a couple of ways, because there may be times where I need to go back and do some level 2 work, but I may grow in some areas and step up closer to a 3. But I think in my own terms, I appreciate the phases, and I'm going to continue to build my own capacity, but as also my team's capacity to drive business results.